All right, guys, so for today's video, we are taking a look at the new Zenkai 7 update for Jiren. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comment section down below, is Jiren's Zenkai one that you are excited about in Dragon Ball Legends, or is there another character you're looking forward to? So I have been saying over the course of the last week or so that I do think an LF Zenkai is coming, most likely LF UI Goku or Vegeta, with me skewing more towards Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta getting the Zenkai. Does this change that? No, I don't think so. I do think that we are still going to get one of those soon. I actually thought we might have seen 2 Zenkais this week, for the record, with that being one of the other 2, but that doesn't appear to be the case, so maybe next week. I don't really know what the game's on a weird schedule right now. They did like almost nearly consecutive ultras. It's just kind of like really weird stuff going on. I don't know what they're doing. They haven't done a all-star banner in a while. They probably will do one within the next month, but it's really hard to tell what the game's doing right now. Like, are they on the bi-weekly schedule, the once-a-month schedule? Well, they hit that with the LFs at least. I don't really know what they're doing, so I don't know when that'll happen. But for this video, we are going to take a look at Jiren. And like I said, I don't think that really changes much for him. I don't think that's some big deal. But let's see what they did. So first and foremost, I want to actually just pull the character up naturally to show the stat change, because I'm really curious about the stat change. Now, Jiren was a character who I thought could have some merit, but he definitely needed, obviously, updated stats. He needs to be able to do more damage. He needs to be able to tank better. Let's see what he got here. We'll go 7 first. 230. 260. 150. These are pretty average numbers. They don't seem to be anything crazy for a Zenkai character. They're pretty average numbers. Okay. Well, also consider he's getting his own Zenkai buff. I always point that out for the extra 40% or whatever. Speaking of which, that is not for universe reps like you would think. You would think he's getting a Zenkai to Zenkai buff LF UI Goku, because they've only done that a billion times, where the new character comes out and they give them a Zenkai immediately after, LF or not. Like, I don't know why Jiren got a Zenkai as the green universe rep character, but doesn't buff Goku. Okay. So let's see what they did here. Draws the Ultimate Arts card. The only change to... Okay, this is really easy. The only change I see here was 5 extra % on the main ability. Look at that. 20, 25. So, I didn't finish what I was saying. I didn't think Jiren needed a ton of tweaks, but he does need the typical stuff characters get these days. So 25%. Draw the Ultimate, restores health by 25% in key. Extra 30% strike damage for 30 counts. They didn't even bother changing the time on that, or the time on the draw speed level. Okay, so it's basically the same ability. That extra 5% is really not doing much. Applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 50% damage. There was no change there, except for the fact these effects can't be canceled. Okay, 50% damage and 70% cut. Or key recovery, excuse me. My goodness, 70% cut. He'd be eating hits. By the way, Jiren should be a character that can eat hits. I don't know why it doesn't look like he has a ton of cut, because that should be right here already. Applies the following effects. Nullify special cover changes for 15 counts twice. It's the same thing. They just changed the wording from gain to applies. Okay, whatever. Additional 50% of damage inflicted if there's only one battle member, cannot be canceled. Gradually restores own health each timer count for 30 counts when this character switched to standby. Okay, I don't mind this. 20 to 30 is pretty solid. Applies the following effects itself when the battle starts. 50% damage, can't be canceled. 20% cut, can't be canceled. Reduces next sustained. This was added, right? No. They just put a... What is the point of this? They put the text on the following line. Is this like a Legend space issue? By the way, this is just largely whatever. Who cares about this? Let me double check. That ability is really, is there no changes really here? Maybe Legend Space is just reading it wrong. Okay, let's just do it on this list. The main ability is the same. Okay. The unique ability Reduces next damage by 50% and until the combo's over. Okay, so this is good for like one cover change. Maybe you could throw him into some. Back in his heyday, you might be able to throw him into a rush. You're not doing that today. You can't eat out too much damage. But he can maybe eat an ultimate for you. 50% extra is not bad. Knocks enemies back to long range if coverage performed against the strikes. Combos into blues. We knew that. With the Zenkai level 3, he now gets this ability, which, by the way, these abilities weren't showing here, so I was going to flip here anyway. Applies falling effects itself after enemy's attack is over. Restores health bite. 10% of the damage received. Up to 10% of health. I feel like, doesn't this traditionally do like 20 or 30? Why is this 10? Am I crazy? Doesn't this traditionally do more than 10% of damage? Interesting. Reduces damage received by 25%. Can't be stacked. So he gets an extra 25% one time because it can't be stacked after the attack is over. That's like extremely redundant. This is extremely redundant. It's extremely redundant. Setting aside the fact that it's after the combo's over, and you know what, it would be good if it could be stacked, so it could be one of those like, oh, if you're tap punching or tap shotting, you're gonna give him a bunch of buffs, but it can't. It's not gonna do anything. It's gonna get calculated into just some really low number. It's not gonna do anything. Okay, cancels attribute downgrades 6 times. Okay, that's good. Or down. I was gonna say, wait, upgrades. Cancels his downgrade, so he cleanses some of his conditions sometimes. Not the abnormal conditions, just the downgrades for an attribute. The following, which I think this is actually really good right now, because the way this should work is it should get rid of those debuffs that characters like Pan and Zamasu and some others are now putting out that just weren't a thing before Pan came out. So that's not bad. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Restores ki. Plus 50% to the next. Why do they keep using this word next? Next strike arts damage inflicted. Can't be stacked. Shortens ally sub count by 3 times is a good effect. Very good effect. Inflicts all enemies with a downgrade of +5 to strike and blast cost for 10 counts 3 times. So Jiren, okay. So Jiren, they're trying to do this thing with him where when he enters the battlefield, he's like a tank and he picks up damage. But the problem with him is that stuff falls off nearly instantly. It's for the next hit, he gets the damage reduction. Basically, can't be stacked. That's a one-time thing until he gets, hit again. And then on the first entry, he gets 50% cut until the enemy's combo's over. He does the next strike art, 50%. There's going to be a huge disparity in damage between 2 consecutive strike arts, by the way. It's going to be super noticeable. When he enters the battlefield, he's reducing sub count, which is very good. He's doing debuffs, which the enemy character may or may not be immune to. And naturally, he probably has some form of cut, especially if it's early in the game. He'll have that 50. And coupling that with the card cost reduction, I don't know if that's enough to stop characters these days with the insane amount of cards draw speed or key that they have or can get. Or like I said, immunities, I don't see the vision here. That's unfortunate. I just don't see the vision. I feel like my dog screaming in the background. I feel like they just didn't do enough here. Like, this is all like cookie cutter stuff that's not really changing anything. The only things I really like is this. This is really solid. If they Zenkai Topo, that could be really good too. There's nothing on the ultimate. What? This is tournament power stuff right there. It's got to be. It's up here. Yeah. Deals massive explode damage, 50% damage inflicted for 3 counts. Actually, let's see what even changed. The only change here is they changed it from 80 to 100 on hit. Was it? Inflicts all enemies with the downgrade on hit. Was it? There's no way they nerfed this. It didn't say on hit or activation before, so I'm assuming it activated on hit naturally. Okay. But there's like nothing there. Special move, massive explode, plus 35% special move damage. Blast armor. Okay. It's going to hit pretty hard. It goes up 5%. They didn't do anything for this character. they didn't do anything. They let me dude, seriously, they didn't do anything. They changed the ultimate here from 80 to 100, which is good. That's very good, actually. It's very underratedly good. That's it. The special move, they changed that from 30 to 35. The main ability, they changed the health from 20 to 25. They didn't do a damn thing. A lot of this special skill is probably going to be the same too. Let's see what they did here. Destroy all your own cards. I can't really actually. No, I can do it like this. Let's see. I gotta see. I just gotta see. They changed the special skill. No, that's the special move. Hold on. The only thing that changes on no, I can't go that far. Never mind. I'm getting it confused. I'm too in my own way now. Okay, let's see what they do now because I can't go that far. The following effects occur on hit. Destroys all your own cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. Restores key. Restores vanish by 100% twice. Plus special move. No switch. This is all stuff that it had already, right? Maybe the no switch? No, it's the same card. Did the 20 change to 30? Yeah, this is... And for 5... It looks like for 5 seconds longer. Maybe I'm missing something here because I can't really completely see it. But it's just... That's disappointing, man. His Zenkai abilities for Rival Universe, which like I already talked about. Just kind of whatever. And his stats are nothing special. This guy is just nothing. Like, he's nothing. He's not gonna make... He's gonna be fun to use, but the same issues he had beforehand, he still has. And setting aside the fact that Gogeta's obviously type advantage, but they keep giving Gogeta all these green Zenkais to eat on. And they always do that, by the way. It's not anything new. I remember a bunch of times they did the exact same thing with other elements and other like premium characters. Like I remember like also like short after Tag, same time slot actually, Tag Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta and Goku came out. They kept dropping a bunch of green characters. It's like, dude, and then they have the gall to drop green Kaioken. And it's like, oh, extra damage and damage cut to purple characters. It's like nobody cares about this. This is really disappointing. If this is where Zenkais are, what even is the point of even Zenkai awakening these characters? And it's like, and Jiren's not even the most egregious case of this. There are other characters that have gotten Zenkais where they did literally nothing. But this is just like changing 5. They spent 2 seconds on this. And then for the added passives, yeah, the added passives giving him some, this is stuff he did not have before, right? Stuff he did not have at all before. So he will hit harder. The sub count is okay. Very solid effect. The cleansing I already talked about could be underratedly good. He will tank better. He will heal where he didn't have this heal before. And they did extend the other regeneration effect he had when he switches to standby, I believe, to 30 counts. That's good. Maybe that's also why this is 10% instead of higher, because they don't want him to heal too damn much. Hold on, Jiren, you can't heal too much. But this is largely nothing. That's very unfortunate. So yeah, I don't foresee any really big changes. The real big fumble with him is that he might as well have been Universe Rep because Rival Universe is on the way out. They're clearly replacing it. The downside to him being this is that he's not even going to get a lot of value as a bench buffer. Like maybe if Topo gets a Zenkai, he'll Zenkai buff Kefla, whatever. She does another Zenkai they didn't really do a ton for. Although I think she probably needed less work than Jiren did, for the record. Yeah, he should have clearly been for the Universe Rep. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'll see all of you in the next one, guys.